أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله ورسوله ولا تولوا عنه وأنتم تسمعون. In the previous verses, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala mentioned that وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, that verily Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is with the mu'mineen, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is with the believers, referring particularly to the battle of Badr, where Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala's help and assistance was with the believers. In this verse, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala continues by saying, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ati'u Allah wa rasulah. O people of Iman, obey Allah and His Rasul. You obey Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala at the time when you need help. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala will be there. Allah is not that friend that will desert you, and Allah Ta'ala is not that friend that will discard you at that particular time. وَلَا تَوَلَّوْا عَنْهُ وَأَنْتُمْ تَسْمَعُونَ. And do not turn away from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Don't oppose Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Today Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala save us that today many people, we befriend the kuffar also, and we party with them. People, we are working with them in the corporate world. We're going on holidays with them. All this is against the teaching of our deen. And this is the reason why the rate of murtads is so high. In the universities, our children, they are befriending the kuffar. In India, all these difficulties, all these problems that have come upon the ummah, every week there are Muslim girls that are running away with Hindu boys. And in the month of Ramadan, Allah save us, the time had come in India that after Taraweeh, or some even miss the Taraweeh, but whole night they are playing cricket. And then at the time of Sehri, when it's time to have Sehri, in some places, they're going to sleep at that particular time. And then all the problems come. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala save us, Allah protect us. So here also Allah Ta'ala says, وَلَا تَوَلَّوْا عَنْهُ. Don't turn away from Allah. Don't oppose Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. وَأَنْتُمْ تَسْمَعُونَ. Whilst you are hearing, you listen to the Quran Sharif, you listen to the advisors of deen, and in spite of this, you turn away from the teachings of Allah and His Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Allah Ta'ala further says, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ قَالُوا سَمِعْنَا وَهُمْ لَا يَسْمَعُونَ. Don't be like those people that said we have heard, but they do not listen with the intention of accepting and making amal. This is referring to the kuffar and the munafiqeen in particular. The munafiqeen on one side, they used to say that we bring iman, we believe, but when it's time to make amal, there is nothing whatsoever. So don't say that we have heard the teachings of Allah and His Rasul, but they don't listen with the intention of now accepting it, of putting it into practice. Inna sharra ad-dawabi 'inda Allahi summul bukmul ladhina la ya'qilun. Allah Ta'ala says, verily the worst of creation by Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala are those that are deaf. They hear, but they cannot hear the truth. Al-Bukm, those people that are dumb, they cannot speak what is haqq, they cannot speak what is the truth. Al-Ladhina la yaqilun, those people that cannot understand the truth in spite of having intelligence. Allah Ta'ala says further, وَلَوْ عَلِمَ اللَّهُ فِيهِمْ خَيْرًا لَأَسْمَعَهُم. If Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala knew of any good in these people, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala would have made them hear the truth. وَلَوْ أَسْمَعَهُمْ لَتَوَلَّوْا وَهُمْ مُعْرِضُونَ. If Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala makes them hear, whereas there is no good in them whatsoever, then they would turn away and they would not be willing to accept the truth, accept the deen of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala further explains, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu istajibu lillahi wa lirrasuli idha da'akum lima yuhyikum. O people of Iman, respond to Allah and His Rasul, obey Allah and His Rasul when He calls you to that which will give you life. The deen that we have, the various aspects of deen, our salah, our fasting, our zakat, controlling of the eyes, controlling of the tongue, all these things, they will give us happiness in dunya also. This will give us happiness in the akhirat. Every matter of deen, that is for our benefit. And that which was most beneficial, Allah made farad. And that which was most harmful, Allah made haram. So here Allah Ta'ala says that respond to Allah and His Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam when they call you to that which will give you life. وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ يَحُولُ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَقَلْبِهِ وَأَنَّهُ إِلَيْهِ تُحْشَرُونَ. And know that verily Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala becomes a barrier between a man and his heart. That Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala is a barrier. If Allah Ta'ala doesn't wish, a person will not go towards Iman. When Allah wishes, then he will go towards Iman. And if Allah doesn't wish, a person cannot go towards kufr. It is only on the permission of Allah, then a person goes towards kufr also. Because Allah Ta'ala is a barrier between a person and his heart. وَأَنَّهُ إِلَيْهِ تُحْشَرُونَ. And verily towards Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, you're going to be gathered tomorrow on the day of Qiyamah. We'll continue from here, inshallah.